This was literally me last year, having a full meltdown at 11 p.m. because I could not find the client's documents for their 6 a.m. flight. Oh my goodness, the stress. Fast forward to now, baby, I could find any client document in my sleep. And the best part, it took me exactly one Sunday afternoon to set up this system that literally saved my sanity and probably my business. Hey, friend, hey. I'm Terica, and I help new and experienced travel agents alike grow and transform their businesses with simple, scalable automation systems. So listen, if your desktop looks like mine did, no judgment, we're in a safe place. I'm about to change your whole life with my Google Drive organization system. So let's go over to my computer. The absolute first thing we're going to do is get organized. So I've created this format for organizing your Google Drive. So remember, the first thing we are going to do is actually create a Gmail so that we can have access to the Google. So we can have access to the Google tools, and most of them are free. So we definitely want to use that. So here is my brand new Gmail account that I created. And so what we want to do, if you have not created one, you want to just go to google.com. And then when you scroll down, yours will say add an account. And then you'll click here to create an account. Once you do that, you'll just go through these steps. In here, no, pick an email address, pick something simple, pick something similar to your business name at gmail.com. And this will just be something we use so we can get access to the Google tools because you will have your branded email address. So let's go back. Let's go back. You're going to, in order to get to their tools, you'll always press these little dots right here. So the first thing we're going to do is actually go to our Google Drives. And this should look like yours where it's empty. If you already have a Google Gmail address, I would say create one totally separate just for your business. You want to separate everything. So we have our Google Drive here, and then we have how we're going to set up our folders over here. So the first thing that we want to do is go to My Drive, and we're just going to follow through. The first thing is a new folder. And just to explain a little bit, the green over here, look at this. So just to explain this organization a little bit, the green topics will be your main folders. And then within those folders, you will have the subfolders, which I have in blue here. And you can just follow right along and create all of these. Your pink will be the folders inside of the subfolder. And then there were a few that we needed some additional folders inside there. So those are what I call the subfolders. So that's how this whole setup will work. So I'm just going to go through and show you how to start setting up your Google Drive. Because if we're going to do automation, I can tell you right now, the absolute best thing to do is to be organized. Now, don't do as I do, just do as I say, because I was not very organized when I first started. My Google Drive was a hot mess. So I had to go back and do all of this work. So I just suggest that you just do it from the jump. So you can follow along. I'm going to create, the way I do it is I'm going to create all the main folders. Then I'm going to go back and then do the subfolders, and then go back and do the sub, and then do the sub. You very well could do the main folder, all the subfolders, the sub, and then go to the next one. It's whatever works best for you. I'm just going to do it this way because if I don't finish it in one setting, I can just come back and I know where I left off. So our next one is 03. And the reason we're putting numbers in front of these is because typically it will organize them alphabetically. And we don't want, just the way my brain works, I don't want them alphabetically. I want them in order the way that I put them. So if we place numbers in front of them, it will organize them that way. So I'm just going to go through and do all of these. I'm going to do all the main ones. Then I'm going to show you how to do the subfolders, and then I'll show you, and then you can just follow along and understand, hopefully, how it goes after that. If not, you can always ask questions and let me know if you have any questions about it. But it's pretty straightforward. And once you have these, you may find yourself in the beginning constantly referring back to your organization list over here, just so you know what you named certain folders and where to put things. And then after a while, as you start using it more and more, you will begin to know exactly what you have. So next we're going to do opens. Next we're going to do vendor relations. And then our next one is, oh, and that's numbered wrong, and it should be 8. So I'll change that. 08 would be training and development. And you will find that as you go along, you may add some additional folders, which is absolutely fine. This is just a basis for you to get organized from the jump. And one thing that I realized that I did have to have, so that will make us have 10 main folders, is miscellaneous. And that's just things that I just don't know where they should go. I'm going to change this to 08 so you have the correct numbering. 9 is actually archived. And that just may be past trips that you have that you still want the information, but you don't need it necessarily in your main folder. And we're just going to name this miscellaneous. All right, so now you see we have all of our main folders done. So we'll go back up here. And the first thing we're going to do is click inside the first folder. And you see you still have these options over here where you can add new, and you just want to add a new folder because all of these are folders, and these will be files inside of your folder. Some of them will be folders. So for instance, yeah, these will all be folders. And then as you get inside of those folders, that's where your files will live. So then we have our first subfolder inside of the administration tab, and that is business setup. And this will just keep all of your information in one place because your vendors will begin asking for certain documentation. Different ways you do business, they will ask for documentation, and having it in one spot, just being able to find it, is time saving. Just trust me on that one. If I've done any of the worst things, it would definitely be organization. So I've had to go back and reorganize after the fact. And let me just tell you, it is not fun. So then we will do legal and compliance. And then I will just go ahead and build this one out since we're here just to show you. So then you will click into business setup, and you will just follow right along, and you will create another folder in here. And that will be your LLC/corporate formation docs. And this will be if you have an LLC, your articles of incorporation. It could be your amendments to your documents to your LLC. It could be a number of things, but you just want to make sure you have that. So we have that. And then we would have the EIN. And you definitely want to have your EIN because once they send you that letter in the mail, they won't send it to you again. So if you lose it, forget, don't document what your EIN number is, trust me, it's a nightmare. So you definitely want to have that. And then if you are selling travel in the states that require a seller of travel agreement, you want to have that information as well. You want to have that on hand. So then these are your folders. So we are done with the main folder, business setup, and our legal documents. So then we would just go back out. You can click on this 01 administration folder, and then you would go into financial management, and then you would enter those. And then you would go, same thing, go back. Once you enter those, legal compliance, and you would enter those. And again, use this to save everything in a place where it makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and build this all out. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Once we do this, then we can move forward to our next task.
All right. Hope you found that helpful.